The world stands at a fascinating juncture as we approach 2030. Old certainties about global leadership are dissolving. New powers are asserting their influence on the international stage. The unipolar moment, largely defined by American preeminence, is receding into history. We are witnessing the emergence of a more complex, multipolar global system. The primary actors in this unfolding drama are the United States, China, and India. Each nation brings a unique set of strengths and vulnerabilities to this global power struggle. The interplay between these three nations will largely define the contours of the global order by 2030. Understanding this evolving landscape requires a multifaceted analysis. This essay will explore the comparative strengths and weaknesses of the USA, China, and India across these crucial dimensions. The central question we will address is whether this period will culminate in the clear dominance of a single nation, or if we are moving towards a more cooperative, albeit competitive, global order. The global economic landscape is undergoing a significant transformation, with the United States, China, and India at the heart of this shift. The US dollar, for decades the undisputed king of global trade, still underpins over 80% of international deals. However, this supremacy is facing concerted challenges. The BRICS alliance, which includes China and India, is actively exploring a new world currency. China, in particular, is making strategic moves to bolster the yuan, including increasing its gold reserves. China's economic narrative is complex. As the world's second-largest economy since 2008, its growth has been staggering. Yet it is currently grappling with a severe real estate crisis. In contrast, India's economy is demonstrating robust growth. Its GDP growth rate is consistently outpacing China's. The United States maintains a strong economic foundation, with its tech giants and Wall Street continuing to lead global markets and innovation. The push to de-dollarize is a clear strategic objective for nations like China and Russia. While no other currency currently matches the dollar's global standing, these efforts signal a growing desire for a more multipolar financial system. For the United States, maintaining dollar dominance is crucial for its national security and continued global influence. The economic competition by 2030 will likely be characterized by these diverging trends. The U.S. will focus on leveraging its innovation and established financial systems. China will attempt to manage its internal economic imbalances while expanding the international use of the yuan. India will strive to capitalize on its demographic dividend and digital transformation to sustain its high-growth trajectory. The success of the BRICS currency initiative or other similar de-dollarization efforts could significantly reshape global economic power. The military balance of power is a critical component of the 2030 global power struggle. The United States continues to lead in conventional defense spending. It boasts the largest military budget globally. Its power projection capabilities are unmatched, with over 800 overseas military bases and a formidable fleet of aircraft carriers. However, other nations are rapidly modernizing their forces and developing capabilities designed to counter traditional American strengths. China has undertaken an ambitious military expansion and modernization program. Its navy is now the world's largest by ship count. Beijing is actively expanding its influence in the South China Sea by militarizing artificial islands. A key focus of China's strategy is the development of anti-access/area denial, or A2/AD capabilities. India, responding to regional security challenges, particularly border clashes with China in the Himalayas, is also rapidly modernizing its military. It is investing heavily in new fighter jets, advanced submarines, and long-range missile systems. Crucially, India is strengthening its defense ties with the United States and other regional partners. The Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, or Quad, involving the US, India, Japan, and Australia, has become a significant platform for defense cooperation. By 2030, the military landscape will be characterized by this dynamic interplay. The US-UK base at Diego Garcia will remain a vital strategic asset for countering China's ambitions in the Indian Ocean. The race for technological supremacy, particularly in artificial intelligence, or AI, is a defining feature of the 21st century power competition. The United States has long been a pioneer in AI research and development. American companies like OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and NVIDIA are at the forefront of innovation. China, however, is rapidly closing the gap and, in some areas, leading in the application of AI. The Chinese government has made AI a national strategic priority, backing it with significant state-controlled funding. India is also making significant strides in the tech domain, driven by its Digital India initiative. India's tech talent pool is vast, and it has demonstrated a capacity for frugal yet impactful innovation. All three nations, the USA, China, and India, are reportedly exploring the military applications of AI. By 2030, the ability to develop, deploy, and defend against these advanced technologies will be a critical determinant of national power. The ethical implications and the potential for an AI arms race present profound challenges for global stability and governance. Demographic trends present both significant opportunities and profound challenges for the USA, China, and India as they navigate the path to 2030. In 2023, India officially surpassed China to become the world's most populous nation, with a population of 1.44 billion people. A key characteristic of India's population is its youthfulness. This young, growing workforce represents a substantial demographic dividend. China, in stark contrast, is confronting the consequences of its past one-child policy. The nation is experiencing rapid aging. Projections indicate that by 2030, a quarter of China's population will be over 60 years old. The United States experiences slow but steady population growth, largely sustained by immigration. Managing these societal tensions while harnessing the economic benefits of immigration will be a key challenge for American policymakers. Diplomacy and the ability to forge strong international partnerships are crucial elements in the global power equation. The United States has historically relied on an extensive network of alliances. Institutions like NATO, security pacts such as AUKUS with Australia and the UK, and strategic partnerships like the Quad form the bedrock of its global influence. Beyond formal alliances, the U.S. wields considerable soft power through its pervasive cultural exports. China has pursued a different diplomatic path, primarily focused on expanding its economic influence. The Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, is its flagship foreign policy undertaking. India, traditionally a proponent of non-alignment, is increasingly adopting a more agile and multi-aligned foreign policy. It is actively fostering new friendships and strengthening existing ties, particularly with Western nations, while maintaining relationships with countries like Russia. A new dimension of international relations, tech diplomacy, is emerging as a critical arena. By 2030, a nation's ability to shape these technological norms and build coalitions around its preferred digital governance models will be a key indicator of its global standing and influence. Internal stability and societal cohesion are fundamental prerequisites for any nation aspiring to global leadership. China, despite its image of centralized control, faces significant internal pressures. Economic protests, though often suppressed, signal underlying discontent. India, a vibrant and diverse democracy, is grappling with its own set of internal challenges. Rapid urbanization is placing immense strain on infrastructure and public services. The United States is experiencing a period of deep political polarization. The divide between red and blue states, urban and rural communities, appears to be widening. This internal fragmentation can hinder effective policymaking and project an image of instability on the global stage. The ability of these three nations to manage their internal fault lines will significantly impact their capacity to project power externally by 2030. The global response to climate change and the pursuit of energy sustainability are increasingly intertwined with geopolitical power and economic competitiveness. The United States is making substantial investments in clean energy through initiatives like the Inflation Reduction Act. China presents a dualistic picture in the climate and energy domain. It is currently the world's biggest polluter, heavily reliant on coal to power its vast industrial sector. Simultaneously, China is the top global producer of solar panels, electric vehicles, and wind turbines. India faces a particularly acute energy trilemma, balancing its growing energy demands with its climate commitments and the need to avoid energy poverty. The country remains significantly dependent on coal to ensure energy security. However, India is also making massive investments in renewable energy. The threats posed by climate change are no longer distant concerns, but present-day realities impacting all three nations. By 2030, a nation's leadership in developing and deploying sustainable energy solutions will be critical aspects of its overall power and influence. As we look towards 2030, the global power landscape appears set for continued flux rather than the clear ascendancy of a single hegemonic power. The United States, while facing challenges to its traditional dominance, retains formidable economic, military, and technological strengths. Its vast network of alliances and its culture of innovation will remain crucial assets. China's ambition to reshape the global order to better reflect its interests is undeniable. Its economic scale and growing military capabilities will ensure it remains a central player. India is poised to become an increasingly influential actor, leveraging its demographic dividend, growing economy, and strengthening strategic partnerships. Ultimately, the world of 2030 is unlikely to be dominated by a single nation in the way the US dominated the post-Cold War era. Instead, we are more likely to see a complex interplay of competition and cooperation among several major power centers. Issues of global concern, such as climate change and technological governance, will necessitate collaboration. The future may well be a cooperative rivalry, where nations fiercely compete in some domains while recognizing the imperative to work together in others to address shared existential threats and maintain a semblance of global stability.